What if grizzly bears roamed alongside dinosaurs in the unforgiving world of the Cretaceous period? Imagine a small group of 15 to 20 grizzlies confronting Tyrannosaurus rex and velociraptors. Sounds like a prehistoric blockbuster, doesn't it? But before we plunge into speculation, let's examine the facts. The Cretaceous era was ruled by monstrous predators, harsh climates, and dense vegetation. Could grizzlies, with their modern adaptations, endure such an environment? Join us as we explore this question. We'll assess the environment's suitability, the competition with other apex predators, and the pros and cons faced by grizzlies in this ancient battleground. Get ready to journey back in time as we ask, could grizzly bears survive in the Cretaceous period? Let's start by talking about environment suitability. During the Cretaceous period, the Earth's climate was significantly warmer than it is today, with higher atmospheric carbon dioxide levels contributing to a greenhouse effect. Average global temperatures were much higher, and there were minimal polar ice caps, leading to higher sea levels and different ocean currents. The climate was generally more tropical and humid, with lush vegetation covering much of the land masses. In contrast, the current habitat of grizzly bears typically includes a range of climates, from temperate forests to subalpine and alpine regions. While they can inhabit areas with varying temperatures and seasonal changes, their current habitats generally experience colder winters and milder summers compared to the Cretaceous period. Grizzly bears are known for their adaptability to different environments and climates. However, the climate of the Cretaceous period would present significant challenges, but also opportunities for grizzly bears. The warmer temperatures of the Cretaceous period would likely have expanded the suitable habitat range for grizzly bears. They might have been able to inhabit regions that are currently too cold for them, such as higher latitudes or elevations. Grizzly bears hibernate in response to cold temperatures and reduced food availability during winter. However, in a warmer Cretaceous climate, the need for hibernation might have been reduced or even eliminated in some areas. Alternatively, bears might have adapted their hibernation patterns to align with seasonal changes in food availability rather than temperature. Changes in precipitation patterns and hydrological cycles would have affected water availability in different regions. Grizzly bears rely on freshwater sources for drinking and fishing, so alterations in water availability could have influenced their distribution and behavior. Over long periods of time, the Cretaceous climate could have driven evolutionary changes in grizzly bears, leading to adaptations in their physiology, behavior, and morphology to better suit the warmer conditions. Now let's continue with the vegetation. During the Cretaceous period, plant life was vastly different from what we see today. The vegetation consisted of a diverse array of plant species, including ferns, cycads, conifers, and early flowering plants like magnolias. Additionally, there were no grasses as we know them today. Instead, herbaceous plants similar to modern ferns and horsetails likely dominated the understory. For grizzly bears, the suitability of Cretaceous plants as food sources would depend on several factors. Grizzly bears require a diet that provides a balance of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. While some Cretaceous plants may have provided adequate nutrition, others may have been less nutritious or even toxic. The digestibility of Cretaceous plants would be a crucial factor for grizzly bears. Some plant species might have been difficult to digest or contain compounds that are indigestible or harmful to bears. The abundance and distribution of edible plants would determine the availability of food for grizzly bears. If their preferred food sources were scarce or dispersed, it could impact their ability to sustain themselves. Given the diversity of plant life during the Cretaceous period, it's plausible that grizzly bears could have found some suitable food sources. However, their ability to thrive would depend on their capacity to adapt to the unique characteristics of Cretaceous vegetation. To summarize everything from the environment suitability, the challenges for grizzly bears in the Cretaceous climate include adapting to warmer temperatures, changes in food availability and distribution, and potential alterations in hibernation patterns. However, opportunities may arise from expanded habitat ranges, altered migration patterns, and the potential for physiological adaptations to better suit the warmer conditions. Now let's continue by talking about possible confrontations between grizzly bears and other dinosaurs. During the Cretaceous period, the Earth was teeming with diverse groups of dinosaurs, including large theropods like the Tyrannosaurus rex and Allosaurus, crocodilians like the Deinosuchus, and ceratopsians like the Triceratops. The real question is, could a group of grizzly bears actually defeat these dinosaurs? Defeating large carnivorous and herbivorous dinosaurs, as well as apex predators like Tyrannosaurus rex or Deinosuchus, would have been highly unlikely for a group of grizzly bears. These ancient creatures were adapted for hunting and defense in ways that far surpassed the capabilities of modern mammals, like bears. Tyrannosaurus rex, for example, was one of the largest land predators ever to exist, with immense size, powerful jaws, and sharp teeth designed for crushing bone. Even a group of grizzly bears would have struggled to inflict any kind of harm on such a formidable opponent. Similarly, Deinosuchus, with its massive size and armored body, would have been a formidable adversary for grizzly bears, especially near water where it was most active. While grizzly bears are strong and capable predators in their own right, they would likely have avoided direct confrontation with such large and dangerous creatures. Instead, they would have relied on their intelligence, agility, and opportunistic hunting strategies to scavenge carcasses or hunt smaller prey without directly challenging apex predators like Tyrannosaurus rex or Deinosuchus. In summary, while grizzly bears are formidable predators, the scale and capabilities of large dinosaurs and apex predators of the Cretaceous period would have made them nearly insurmountable opponents for a group of grizzly bears. Lastly, let us talk about some advantages and disadvantages that the grizzly bears would have to deal with. I will not really go into detail here because we talked about many advantages and disadvantages regarding the environment suitability and the competition with other predators. One of the main advantages that the grizzlies have is their high intelligence and problem-solving skills, as well as their social structure. Their cognitive abilities could have helped them navigate the challenges of the Cretaceous ecosystem and find innovative ways to obtain food and resources. Also, their social structure provides them with advantages in cooperative hunting, defense against predators, and raising offspring in the Cretaceous environment. Another advantage that the grizzlies have are their high mobility and speed. Grizzly bears are really fast compared to other large predators and theropods like the Tyrannosaurus rex. The running speed of large theropods would be limited by the strength of their bones because these dinosaurs were so heavy. A Tyrannosaurus rex, for example, is estimated to run at an average speed of around 16 to somewhat around 30 kilometers per hour, making it much slower than a grizzly, having an average running speed of around 56 kilometers per hour. So when the group of grizzlies is being attacked by the T-Rex, they would have no problem outrunning it. Now for the disadvantages we have, just like mentioned earlier, that most dinosaurs are way too powerful for the grizzlies, as well as the adaptation to climate and vegetation. The warmer climate and different vegetation of the Cretaceous period would have required grizzly bears to adapt their feeding behaviors, hibernation patterns, and other aspects of their biology to survive in the new environment. This process of adaptation could have posed challenges and limitations. Now that we talked about all aspects, the question remains, could grizzly bears survive in the Cretaceous period? In my opinion, if the group of grizzly bears manages to adapt to the environment, I think they definitely have a chance of survival. Although the grizzly bears will have little or no chance against most other dinosaurs in a fight, they can take advantage of their agility and speed. If large dinosaurs like the T-Rex or other theropods start an attack on the bears, they can run away without any problems due to their high endurance, speed, and agility. Two other points that are definitely a yes argument for me are their intelligence and social structure. Their intelligence and social status, combined with their mobility and speed, can also be used to plan sneak attacks on other small dinosaurs and mammals. If the bears all plan their next moves well and use their teamwork well, I think they have a chance of survival. At least I think so. But since the Cretaceous period is long over, we can only speculate. But what do you think? Would a group of grizzly bears manage to survive in the Cretaceous period? Write your opinion in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.